Hi, I'm Vanquished Angel, and welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be covering Android. Now, there's a few of the questions that I've had with Android that are oftentimes really hard to get answered. So I just can only answer the ones that I was looking for. And one of the ways is how to improve an Android phone, or how to make it more efficient, faster, more battery efficient. Those are almost always my issues. So the first one is, if you have an older device, or a certain type of device, like a lot of the Nexuses or something, you can actually install another version of Android on there. The common, most other types of Androids are CyanogenMod and OmniROM, but there are others as well, and this works for tablets too. So what those are they're Android, but they're different. They're not put together by Google. They're put together by other companies or other people, or an open source sort of community in the case of OmniROM. And a lot of times they have improvements or patches or things that aren't included in the normal Android, plus they usually have a different set of programs available on them. They're usually faster, much more efficient, and just basically I like them better. The next one is a program called Greenify, and of course I will try to edit this video to put them in so we can see how well I do. Greenify actually shuts down unused programs on your phone, and you get to select and pick which ones that it'll do it to, and it will do so automatically. Now it works even better for rooted phones, for those of you that have a rooted phone. But for the vast majority of users who don't even know what rooting is and just got all confused, Greenify will also work on non-rooted phones as well. Then the other one, and I love this application, is SDMade. SDMade was originally made for SD cards way back in the day, but now it cleans your phone. It's like CCleaner for your phone. It cleans up all the lost files. It can also take care of necro files and things like that. It also, to perform its best, requires root, but it can work on non-rooted phones as well. And it does clean them up quite nicely. So then the other part is switching out the interface. Most people don't even think of this one, and I'm shocked because honestly it's one of the first things. So when you buy a phone from a company or wherever, a lot of times it comes with bloatware. It either comes with bloatware from the company you buy it from or the manufacturer, and none of which is really helpful to you usually unless you actually use it. Most of it's just relatively wasteful. So one of the things that I will usually do, especially on lower end phones, or actually even on a higher end phone anyway, I usually do it, is I will change out the home launcher. So the one I usually go with is ADW. Highly customizable, very light on system resources, just kind of awesome. And then the last one is kind of obvious, but not as obvious as you might think. And that is using lighter weight apps. So for instance, Facebook has a lighter weight app. Now the heavier weight one takes up more space, but it also keeps your phone more lively, like, with the updates and all that. And it takes up more memory as well, which slows down your phone, causes it to use more battery power. So use the lighter version of Facebook. Also the lighter version of Facebook Messenger. Or look for lighter alternatives. Something that I forgot to add in the first edits of the video was that there is another thing that you can do after you install ADW Launcher, well, with any launcher really, is to replace the wallpaper. Now everybody wants to install a live wallpaper or some wallpaper that looks really cool and catchy. However, the larger the file size, the more space it takes up in memory. And then it has to switch it out of memory and put it back in memory. And also, if it's a live wallpaper, it's using processor cycles, graphics processor cycles, and taking up even more memory for that as well. So you can do that by simply replacing the wallpaper with Pitch Black. Now, the benefit to using a wallpaper program like Pitch Black, as opposed to lying your phone down on the surface and taking a picture, is again the file size. The smaller file size, or a null black wallpaper, which has a 0 file size, doesn't have to be stored in memory as much, and it doesn't have to be swapped in and out of memory. So that makes it a much better solution. And plus there's true blacks. So a true black will also make your screen show up better and your icons show up better and make it a lot more visible. Alright, so the one I recommend is pitch black. Alright, now have a good day.